DLC news for Planet Zoo might be shared later on today, so join me as we jump down a rabbit hole of speculation as we consider what possible packs we might see. Hi everyone, Beaver here with Beaver-Games. Welcome to the Dam. Thank you so much already for the likes and comments on my previous video. I'm recording this episode straight off the back of releasing my previous episode, so my recorded self hasn't yet read all of the comments, but my real self will have. If you've wrapped your head around that, you're doing better than me. Today's episode is the final episode in the 3-part series. If you haven't seen the others yet, I would encourage you to go and watch those after this video, of course. Or, if you want to watch those first and come back to this one, there are links in the top corners of the screen for you now. This is just a reminder of the parameters I've set myself whilst making these rosters. Please pause the video if you need to. Once again, there'll be a couple of returning animals from previous videos. I create each pack independently, and I'm assuming this next pack is the final pack. So I want to include animals into my packs that best suit that pack theme. With all that being said, let's get into our first pack. The Wild West Animal Pack. This pack was a lot of fun to create. It's obviously very themed, along the lines of the Twilight Pack or the Barnyard Pack, but I do feel like I've chosen a good roster of animals that would satisfy players who want more North American animals. I've given it a 3 for likelihood and a 4 for personal ranking. We start off with the Texas Longhorn Cattle, the Wild Turkey, the Coyote, the Mustang, the Black-tailed Deer, the Jackrabbit, and the Roadrunner. This pack comes with a bunch of scenery pieces iconic to the Wild West, such as wagons, totem poles, teepee tents, cacti, bones, and indigenous artwork. I hope Frontier would be as sensitive with the artwork as they were with the Aboriginal artwork from the Australia pack. Some of the positives of this pack: there are lots of missing North American animals included in this pack, and there's a really obvious solid theme. Some of the negatives: some people might think there are too many domesticated animals, and some people might find it too themed. This was definitely a criticism of the Twilight Pack, which some players felt lent too heavily into the Halloween theme. Secondly, we have the Latin America Animal Pack. This pack is arguably the most needed pack of the series, and I could probably make a whole episode out of the missing animals from South America. As mentioned in my rules and parameters, there will be no flying birds or fully aquatic animals, so sorry, no parrots, hummingbirds or manatees, but even with that being the case, there are so many animals to choose from. With that being said, this pack gets my first 5 for likelihood and also a 5 for personal ranking. So let's get started. First we have the Coati, the Ocelot, the Geoffroy Spider Monkey, the Scarlet Ibis, the Patagonian Mara, the Brazilian Porcupine, and the Squirrel Monkey. If you haven't seen your favourite South American animal yet, don't worry, I might have you covered with the alternative animals, which I'm going to run through very quickly for you now. The Black Howler Monkey, the Great Orea, the Southern Tamandua, the Bush Dog, the Roseate Spoonbill, the Kinkajou, any kind of tamarin, the Azara Zaguti, the Blue-footed Booby, the Guanaco, the Marine Iguana, and the Jaguarundi. So, some of the positives: South American animals. That's all I need to say. And to add to that, New World primates. The only really negative of this pack is that unless we get a supersized pack, there are not enough animal choices in the DLC for the number of options we have. So some people's favourites aren't going to be included, which is a shame. Our third pack is the Indian Animal Pack. This pack is another selfish pack, if I'm honest. I have a zoo that I would love to add all of these animals into. I feel like we have a really solid collection of animals from Southeast Asia in-game, but we could do with just a few more from the country of India itself. This pack gets a 3 for likelihood and a 4.5 for my personal grade. We start off with the black buck, known as the Indian antelope, the gaur, the Asian palm civet, the lion-tailed macaque, the sambar deer, the Indian wolf, the golden langur, and the Indian giant squirrel. With the free update, I'd like to see the banyan tree, the weeping fig tree, updated Indian market props, and more statues for the new animals, consistent with the other Indian themed statues we have in game. Some of the positives of this pack: there's a good selection of animals, the updated market props would be nice, and it bolsters a base game theme we already have in the game. One negative is that, other than the black buck, nothing is really super highly requested, so I don't know whether this pack would be very popular. Our final pack of the episode is the Tundra Animal Pack. Last year I was convinced that every Planet Zoo DLC had a partner of the opposite pack type, essentially pairing up scenery packs and animal packs. So I've built the Tundra Animal Pack to be the partner for the Arctic Animal Pack we got way back in December 2019. I've given this pack a 3 for likelihood and a 4 for personal grade. We start off with the walrus, the rockhopper penguin, the Atlantic puffin, the Arctic hare, the southern elephant seal, the muskox, and the mountain goat. For the free update, I'd like to see seasonal clothing for guests. I'm a bit fed up of seeing guests in shorts and t-shirts complaining of the cold when they're in a tundra zoo. It just doesn't make sense. Some snow cannon enrichment items, some snow pile enrichments, and leafless or dead variants of trees. Some of the positives of this pack: the walrus is highly requested, the muskox is fairly highly requested as well, and more cold climate animals are always a bonus. We seem to be lacking slightly on that front. However, one of the negatives is I've not seen many people requesting cold animals in a pack, maybe 1 or 2 individual animals, but never in a pack. So again, I don't know if this pack's going to be super popular. So that's the end of this episode's pack ideas, and thus also the end of this series. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this series, I would really appreciate a like on the video. If I haven't mentioned your favourite animal, I'm sorry. Please let me know in the comments what I missed out, and who knows, maybe I'll consider them for another speculation video in the future if Planet Zoo continues. As always, leave me a comment below to let me know you've had a good time, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future content. Once again, thank you so much for your support. Be sure to check out my channel for more Planet Zoo updates from the Frontier Unlock stream later on today. I hope to see some of you there. For now though, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.